Hello, my Food Moon friends. Welcome back, Chandra Zas, Zen Odyssey. This week, I have another sweet treat, which is an interview with the beautiful Val, who has been coaching with me and working on creativity and time. And so I'm just gonna be a quick intro for that. And what I want to also, after we stopped pushing record, she asked me, she was like, did I talk about everything you wanted me to talk about? And she said, I know that you, like, your main focus is on food. And we did not work on food at all. We worked because, and I'll give you the backstory on this, is that she and I have known each other for a long time, and I've known her partner even longer. And her partner and I met at the raw food detox center that we used to work at. And so her diet is super dialed. And so we didn't even really need to touch food, but we still use the same tools that I teach my food clients on managing the brain and managing time. And so I'm gonna make this intro short and let us get straight to the sweet video testimonial. And yeah, enjoy.
Welcome! Here is your hostess and coach, Chandra Zas, helping people make food and mood changes doable without missing out. Go ahead, high five that like button, subscribe and share while you're there.
Hello, hello. Thank you so much.
Hi, you're so
Hi.
welcome.
Would you please start out with sharing what's your name and what you do?
Yes, my name is Valerie Fortin, and I am a professional astrologer. I am a ketamine assisted facilitator, and I am completing training to become a childhood deconditioning therapist. Yeah.
Beautiful. And so, and actually, I would like to just be upfront and share. I actually didn't check in with you, Val, but I wanted to check in that we have actually done a trade back and forth between coaching and astrology, which I am really looking forward to doing a testimonial for you because it was very profound. My work with you on astrology, and this video is kind of talking about your experience in our trade of coaching with me. And so I would love for you to kind of share, because we definitely went back and forth and we're friends, and I was like, Val, I really want to coach you, I really want to help you. And you still had that hesitation, you were still like, I don't know. So I know it's hard to go backwards in time, but if you can, bring your brain back there and remember, like, what it was like, what was your hesitation, why didn't you want to do it, like, if you could share kind of that process and what kind of things you had to overcome in order to be like, yes, I actually do want to spend my time, spend my energy, in working together. So would you share some of that process?
100%. So a few things came to mind when I look back. First, I had like a very disappointing experience with a coach in 2021. And there's definitely part of it that was my responsibility. But overall, I felt like it wasn't suited for me. I felt controlled and judged, and probably I probably let that happen, and I was probably seeking that as well. So never mind. So like I had this aftertaste at first. Second, um, with a lot of awareness, I knew that I was in the midst of a very profound personal transformation. And I felt like I couldn't see the paths ahead of me. I didn't know where to go. Nothing was motivating me. And I felt a little precautious around getting involved with any type of coaching because it felt like another thing that I needed to do. And I knew within, I was like, it's not the time. I'm not clear. Like I'm all over the place anyway. And then two other things, the time and scheduling. I've been part of this transformation is me uh, reacquainting myself with the butterfly inside of me, the person who is free to go where she wants to go and explore and learn. So I felt like also scheduling wise, I was like, how can I make it happen? I felt like I was flaky and I couldn't support a schedule. And so these were my hesitations. I just couldn't see it clearly. And then you offered, to do a trade, and it felt so aligned because I love the idea of sharing my gifts and also having my friend share her gift. And I learned so much from you. I mean, anytime I get a consultation with anybody about anything, I do it for myself. I also do it for learning. I observe how people choose to lead and coach or whatever, share their information, whatever it is. And I'm like, oh, so I picked up so much just by showing up, right? And watching, observing your style, right? And I see myself even sometimes using the things I've learned from you, you know?
Hello, my friend. How are you? I'm in the Dead Sea floating in the water. Go ahead and like and share and follow so we can keep in touch.
Yeah.
Yay. Yeah, I love collaborating, and I love also working with my peers and, raising each other up, and that's awesome. Would you share a little bit, like, with the hesitation of, your past experience with your other coach of feeling kind of controlled and judged, and then also with the time and the scheduling piece, would you share a little bit about, because I'm guessing I know that's a pretty common thing with people. So I'm kind of curious, like, how would, if you would share what your experience with me was, and you're totally welcome to be fully honest.
Yeah, 100%. Well, first of all, the overall like experience, what I loved every session is I could speak to a friend. And this is what was really important to me, like this feeling of safety and intimacy. And remember, like, spending sessions where I felt like I wasted your time because I was just crying and I was completely below the line, but also this is what I needed to go through, right? So you created a space that was customized to what I needed in the present moment, not only with my business, for instance. Um, Other thing that I want to say about that, um, and I just can you repeat the question? I just lost it. Yeah.
The other piece was the time. Were you going to talk about the time and the schedule?
Yes. Oh, yes. 100%. So this is one of yes. Thank you. So this is
You're
one of
welcome.
the main thing we worked. I mean, this is probably one of the most significant thing I learned about how to manage my time and energy efficiently in the midst of all these studies and traveling and trying to build my business and being a mother. And sometimes being, even though I have a partner, being a mother, a solo mother, because my partner travels a lot, and me going through my own process of blossoming. So I learned how to be efficient with the resources I have now, which is time, energy, which are the most important to me at this moment because I don't have there's a limited amount of it on a daily basis. I learned how to stop invading my own boundaries. Like I learned to be clear about how I want to show up and how I want to use my time. Before I would, and it's really basic things, I guess, that I needed to learn. Maybe everybody knows that, but for me, it was like, okay, like it was a life changer, really. And I still practice as of today, and I'm so much more present in each activities that I need to do. I mean, I'm not perfect yet, but it's getting there. But so much more present. So like if I know that going to be working, you know, straight on this project for 2 hours, then it is. And then for 1 hour, I'm with my daughter, and there it is. And I set the phone away, you know. So I think that was the biggest takeaway, like something that I really needed to learn. Yeah.
Wow. I have chills with you sharing that. Yeah, that's really beautiful. Yay. Thank you for naming that and sharing that.
Thank you.
What, and maybe you've kind of already answered it, but if there's anything else to fill in here, like what specifically did you like the most about our sessions or my program, or how, like, in our time together?
Yeah, well, I really learned also to question my thinking. I mean, this is a big one too. I mean, I don't know why I didn't say it before, but like questioning my beliefs, questioning what I'm saying, like pushing pushing me to think beyond what I believe I know. And something common that I would repeat is answering I don't know for everything. Okay? Like it's totally a defense mechanism. Like it's a way of just getting rid of what is now and just saying I'm just going to detach and pretend it doesn't exist. It's total denial. And with your help, with your guidance, I've learned to actually face these obstacles, these blockages, for real. And I've always considered myself being a super creative person, and I would completely block my creativity there. So I was like, hey, come on, you know, you can do better. You can make up an answer here. It doesn't have to be true. Just use your imagination, you know? So that was also, I would say, groundbreaking for me. And also, you pushed me. You pushed me many times. I hated it. And at the same time, I knew that it was good for me. Yeah, I'm still
Yeah,
here.
I think as both of us, as doing our own work in the world, it's that constant balance of how do we push, but also like that gentle, like how to, like, and
Yeah.
with it's such a dance. Yeah. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that the pushing helped and that you knew it was good for you. It's tricky. It's a tricky
Yes, even
line.
though in the moment, like I would feel like the frustration and all of it, and at the same time, I'm like, hey, she's here to help. I'm here to learn. Chill. It's okay. Okay, there's no threat. Your ego is
Yeah.
okay. Your pride is okay. Everybody's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Do you have any, you feel complete there?
I think yes, about that, more complete. What else can I add that I learned? This something that is redundant in my mind when I look back at your session is like you always said ask your brain. I was like, my brain? I'm like, I'm not a brainy person. I'm a fully emotional person. So it helped me to detach also from, this, I would say, artistic, romantic side of me, and being like, all right, like if you want to be a business owner, well, you gotta, balance yourself out a little bit, right? You need more structure. It's not just like going with the flow and hoping for the best. Uh, I also learned that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the balance, using the different energy, the different places that we have wisdom from.
Totally. I mean, there's
Yeah.
wisdom in, intuition and emotional intelligence, but and
Also
also
in our
we need
brain.
we need it. We need everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you want to share that this work has like impacted your life, or any other places that it's rippled into, or any other benefits that pop up?
Yeah. I often look back at my notes. Like what was really helpful, Chandra, is that after each sessions, I would get your notes, and I wouldn't look at them right away. Like, but I see now, like I'm now back into looking back at the first sessions and like reviewing my homeworks, because often in the moment, like I'm a slow processor. Yes, I'm going to integrate intellectually, and then I need to feel it. It's not very straightforward, but this is how I roll. And it's now, not that I'm kind of out of this foggy phase in my life. I feel, oh, I'm ready now. So I have all the material that we touched on, and I can use now that I'm feeling extremely clear, and my vitality is amazing, and my time management is way better. So that has so much value to me. Yeah,
Yay.
yeah,
Yay.
yeah.
I'm so happy to hear all this. It makes me all warm and fuzzy, and yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Would you recommend my coaching to someone, and maybe even someone just listening to this video, and why, if so?
Yes, yes, 100%. Yes, I would recommend your coaching because you help people to think differently about themselves, about how they perceive life, right? And sometimes you just need this little like shift, switch, and it's very minor, but then the change is like radical, and it opens you up to so much more. And I believe that a lot of us just need a little like adjustment and how we approach anything. And also, you help people to you how can I say, you hold people accountable as well for their progress, which is very often something we need in general. Knowing that someone is monitoring your progress, you know, and is your cheerleader, and like helps you move forward with it. Um, yeah, 100%. I would recommend your work. Yeah,
Beautiful. Thank you,
yeah.
Val.
You're
Is there
welcome.
anything else that you want to add?
No, I think I'm complete for now. And I bet as soon as we hang out, I'm going to say, oh my God, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
If can I ask you one more question?
Yeah.
Because I think you really touched really well on the creativity and the timepiece, which were our two main focuses. Was how do you like really create, like generate that emotion of creativity and inspiration, and that was like a big piece. And then time management. And I'm curious because I would say that the other pillar would be like the emotional piece, like whether it's stress or just emotional management. And I'm just curious if you have anything there. I mean, it wasn't what we directly focused on, but it's such a connected pillar, and I'm curious if there's anything there that you want to share.
Yeah, this is a very good question. Um, when I look back at the sessions where I felt extremely loaded, uh, these were times where I would, show up to do the work and actually deny my emotional state, which would block the work, right? And as soon as I would pop the abscess and like allow the emotion to flow, then clarity would come, and then I could work, right? So for me, I think emotions are important, they bring a message. It's your body's ability to share something that you need to know in the moment. And they are not meant to be trapped in the body. So, you know, in the sessions or even at home, allowing these emotions to flow in and out, allowing yourself to live your grief or sadness or anger or whatever it is the key to be able to see the blue sky again and see the path ahead and use, your brain, like you say, efficiently. Otherwise, at least for me, when this is loaded, like I can't think. I can't think at all. And everything is filtered. Like it's a gray filter. And there's no way to move on.
So
Yeah.
really beautiful articulation of that relationship and dance, and also the effect of what happens when we do that work, that
Mhm.
that clarity and that, yeah, that's really beautiful way you articulated that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And yeah, thank you, Val, so much for doing this video and for also our trade. And this time with you has just been so special in so many ways. So big thank you.
You're so welcome. Thank you so much for having me. And yeah, uh, I hope you're going to get many more clients because your work is very impactful. Thank you.
Thank you, Val. Thank you.
Cool.